Oh, this is crazy. Um, can I exit this and then come back? You know what? I gotta get ready a little bit more. So I'll just keep it. Testing, testing. Pardon me, but that looks professional. Testing, testing. You're right, they are everywhere. And more flies, transitions, oh, we got somebody on. We're gonna start in about 3 minutes. I just have this like floating. 6 people. All right. Wasn't expecting that. Give me a couple minutes. Let me get my mind right. Did I even tell 6 people? Oh shit, they can hear me. If you can hear this, we'll be doing a little core and mobility routine. Great way to end the day or start the day, depending on where you are in the world. Going about 2 minutes. I should have thought this out more thoroughly, but this is the question of the day and a little preview of what we're going to do. Do you believe in UFOs? And if you did, or if you do, and if they came to visit you, they told you some secrets, they just said you can't tell anybody, would you keep the secret? What's today's question of the day? We'll get started in about 1 minute. If you got water, that would be great. Again, it's not going to be too crazy, but water would be good. Space to move. I got a yoga mat. You don't need a yoga mat if you got carpet. What else? That's it. That's really all you need. I gotta say, this is extremely awkward. Usually I can see people when I'm training, talking to people, but just talking to the camera is a little weird, when people are watching. Just a few of y'all. Appreciate y'all showing up though. Okay, we'll get started. We're gonna go to our back. Again, today is a little bit of mobility and core. Nothing too intense, beginner friendly. If there's anything that we do and you're like, this just doesn't feel good, it's uncomfortable, you can skip it. All right. So we're gonna go to our back. First movement we're gonna do is an exercise routine that I'm just not comfortable doing in public spaces. So if you're at home, this is a great one to do. It's a happy baby. Literally, if you can, take your fingers, grabbing your toes, spreading the legs out a bit, and we're just holding. You should feel a good stretch in the hamstrings, the backside of the legs. And we'll stay here for about 30 seconds to a minute. Just holding, getting a good stretch in. Steady breathing. You can bring the feet closer together to get a little bit more of a hamstring stretch, but when you open up, you get a little bit more hip stretch as well. Steady breathing. Stay here for a little bit longer. If you have to take a second and then get back to it, that's perfectly fine. Oh, my legs are shaking a little bit. Body's tight. Again, these stretches shouldn't be uncomfortable, but challenge yourself a little bit. All right. After the happy baby, we got our hips, got our hamstrings a little bit. We're gonna get our legs, hip flexors just a little bit more. So bringing both knees to the chest, give ourselves a little hug. If you're able to wrap your arms around your legs, great. If not, that's okay. And you guys can just follow along with me. And then from here, we're gonna go into a single leg knee hug. Let me scoot up a little bit so you can see me. All right, so on our back, bringing the knee up, brief hold, and then you're gonna switch. We're taking our time. Exhale. You do a lot of sitting for work. This is a really, really good one. We'll get 3 to 4 on each side. If you have any popping or anything like that in the knees, maybe in the hips, that's perfectly fine as long as there's no sharp pain associated with it. All right. Gonna stay on our back. We got some glute bridges next. We're gonna have our arms down by our side. Feet are gonna be planted into the floor. You're gonna drive your feet into the ground to bring your hips up, squeezing the glutes at the top. Big exhale, and then back down. Want to take our time here. We're gonna do 10 reps. That was 2, 3. Even though this isn't that intense, it's important to be just as focused when we're doing our mobility and core stuff, our accessory work, as our more intense compound lifts like a squat or push up. What they say, how we do anything is how we do everything. Sometimes when I talk, I do lose track of reps. I think that was 6, 7. It's honestly more about quality than quantity here. So just take your time. Want to make sure that, again, we're feeling it in the glutes, hamstrings a little bit. Core might be a bit tense. We can feel it in the back. That is a part of your core, that low back region. But we don't want to feel it all in the low back. And then we're going to do one more for good measure. Okay. We're going to do the dead bug. So I'll show you here first. You're going to go opposite arm, opposite leg. Whoa, My hip was popping pretty loud. I don't know if you guys can hear that with the mic on, but making sure that the low back stays pressed into the floor. Let me grab my stopwatch real quick on my phone. We're gonna go for 30 seconds here, all right? On our back, opposite arm, opposite leg, making that mind-body connection, working that core, 30 seconds, here we go. Another thing I didn't really factor in when going live is when I'm coaching people, of course I demonstrate the movements a bit, but usually don't do the whole routine. But in this context, I think it's important that you can just follow along since there isn't any feedback from you guys on your end. 3, 2, 1. Good stuff. Again, if there's popping in the hips or shoulders, as long as there's no pain, that's okay. All right. We're going to get up, turn over. We got cat cows. With the cat cows, you want to make sure the wrist is directly underneath the shoulder, knees underneath the hips. Right? You don't want to be here with it. And then from this position, as you round your back towards the ceiling, big exhale, and then belly to the floor. Inhale through the nose. We'll go for about 30 seconds here. I just realized how high my shorts were. It's actually a little uncomfortable. Give me a second. Inhale as you round your back towards the ceiling. Exhale, belly to the floor. We'll do a couple more here. Hopefully the audio is okay. All right. After the cat cow, we're actually going to stay in this quadruped position on all fours, and we got the bird dog. This is kind of like the dead bug's cousin, I would say. Opposite arm, opposite leg again, trying to keep that back as flat as possible. All right. We're going to go for 30 seconds here, taking our time. Sometimes I'll let a big breath out, exhale on the hold, and then switch. 15 more seconds here. Less than 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good work. All right. We're going to go to our feet next. This next one. Everyone's mobility is different. So if you're not able to get that deep into this next position, that's perfectly fine. I want you to just do as best as you can. So we're going to get into a deep squat. Sometimes they call this the Asian squat. I always called it an Oki squat. I live in Okinawa, Japan. Sometimes you'll see like office workers, construction workers at lunchtime eating their bentos like this outside a Family Mart or something. So going into a deep squat here. If we're able to put our hands on the floor, we can. Let me show you from the side. If your heels are off the ground a bit, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. And then from here, if we're able to, picking our hand up, following it with our eyes, getting that mid-back mobility. Again, if you only stop, or if you stop a little bit shorter than I am, maybe you're here with it, that's perfectly fine. If you can bring it up higher, please do so. We're gonna do 3 on each side. Ooh, good stuff. All right, and then we'll carefully stand up. Hopefully everyone's live. We got arm circles next. We're gonna go for about 30 seconds, keeping the arm circles small. And reverse. 10 more seconds here. Getting the shoulders going a little bit. Sometimes they get a bit stiff, especially we spend a lot of time at our desk or texting, so Want to make sure that we bring the shoulders back. Good stuff there. If you need a sip of water, please grab some. I'm gonna grab a quick sip real quick. And then we're gonna get our leg a little bit. Work our balance. Okay. Single leg RDL. I'll show you a couple and then I'll let you know when you can get started. So you're gonna be hinging at the hips, trying to keep the back as flat as possible. And back up. I'll show you at an angle too. So opposite leg. Imagine that back leg is trying to kick that wall behind you. That's probably the most helpful cue to stay balanced. If you kind of just pick the leg up, you'll find that the foot planted on the floor is a bit wobbly. So we're gonna do 3 on each side, okay? You can alternate or stick to one side first and then switch. If you're a beginner, I suggest sticking to one side, focus on that side, and then go to the opposite. Ready? Here we go. Taking our time. Ooh, a little wobbly on that one. You may find that one side is more stable than the other. That's perfectly fine. Quite normal. Okay, that was 3 on one side, and then we're gonna switch. If you get done a little bit faster than I do, that's okay. Just bear with me. And if it takes you a little bit longer, that's okay. I am new to this YouTube live format, so I'll get better as we go along and progress. Day 1. All right, 3 on each side. Feel it on the back side of the hamstrings, working the core too a little bit. All right, okay. Next thing we got, make sure you guys can see me. We're gonna do an inchworm to the world's greatest stretch. So I like to reach in the air for the first inchworm at least. Going down, walking out into a full plank position. And then you're gonna bring one leg up, that back leg. If the knee needs to touch the ground, you can. If you're able to keep it up, we'll do so. Reaching under, up to the sky. So whichever leg you bring up, that's the side, arm is free. And then opposite side, so now that I'm bringing the left leg up, left arm is free. I'm gonna reach down and reach to the sky. After we do 1 on both sides, back into the full plank, walking the hands back in. Whew. All right, we're gonna do that 3 times. Back in. This one's working a little bit of everything, getting the shoulders, the core, legs. I'm starting to actually break a little sweat here. I actually sweat pretty easily. I run on hot. So if you're breaking a sweat, that's okay. If you're not, very nice. All right. I'm gonna give you guys 10 more seconds. I'm not sure that first one with me, but if you did, I'll give y'all 10 more seconds. You're gonna turn the fan on. Hopefully it's not too loud. Again, feel free to leave any comments or feedback on audio, video, just the session in general. Let me know what I did okay, maybe what I could have did a lot better. I'm sure there's more of the latter. So yeah, don't hesitate to let me know. Okay, hopefully everyone's done with the inchworm and the world's greatest. Next, we're gonna do some tempo squats. So I'm in the side position so you can see this movement from the side. It's important that we get our hips back in the squat. We don't want those knees shifting past our toes, hips back, and then standing up. And then from the front view, it's important that everyone's squat position is a little bit different. Some people like a bit more narrow. Some people it's a bit more comfortable to be a little bit wider. As long as the knees are tracking the toes, okay? So we don't want the knees caving in. We're gonna go for 1 minute on the squats. Ready? And here we go. Taking our time here. 40 more seconds. Exhale on the way up. Big inhale before going down. Exhale on the way up. And I like to play with the ranges of motion, so I'll do a couple quarter squats, make sure the knees and quads are feeling good. And I'll get a little bit deeper into it where we've got a little bit more hamstring and glute activation. You can even switch up how wide your feet are. Kind of find what feels best for you. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Take a little break. We're going to take 30 seconds. I'm going to grab my towel real quick. I'm sweaty. Good job. Hopefully the notification sound earlier. Sorry about that. Woo. All right. We're getting close to the finish line. We got 3 more movements. Next, we're going to get our core. We're going to row the boat. We'll be on our butt. This is similar to the Russian twist, oblique twist. A few different names for this. The difference is you're going to have your hands together, arms straight, going side to side. If we're able to have the feet off the ground, we'll do it. If we need to keep the feet on the floor, that's perfectly fine. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. The other day, I almost caught a cramp in my core. Actually, during a session, I was scared for the whole hour. So if you feel any cramping, just be mindful of that. Get you some pickle juice afterwards. That's a game changer. Get some potassium with some bananas. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Woo. We'll take 30 seconds. We're going to get our upper body a little bit. Man, I said mobility and core. I'm tripping. We're getting our upper body a little bit. Now, the reason behind that is for those that work with me, y'all know any move done correctly is a core exercise. So that's my way of sneaking in strength movements when it's a core day. But I promise this one won't be too bad. So let me show you guys first before we do it, and then we'll go for time on this one. We're not worried about how many we get. So you're going to start in a push-up position or full plank position. Don't be alarmed. From here, we're going to go down. So this is an eccentric push-up, focusing on the downward portion. Plop to the floor, not too hard. We want to keep our teeth. And then from here, you're going to go into a cobra. And then we'll get back up into the full plank position. So it's not necessarily just a regular traditional push-up where you're going down, then back up. You're going to go down, cobra, come back up comfortably into that full plank position, and repeat. All right, we're going to go for 35 seconds. Ready? And here we go. Control it on the way down. Since I have the mic on my chest, I'm trying not to smash against the floor, but you can absolutely go all the way face down, forehead on the ground. About 10 more seconds here. Let's do one more for good measure. Perfect. Okay. Last thing we got, throwing a little curveball. We're going to end on our feet. Again, for those that have worked with me, y'all have seen this movement. It's usually in the warm up, but it is a great mobility and core exercise. So, hands together, arms straight. You're going to reverse lunge. We're actually going to let that back knee drop to the floor, but don't let it slam on the ground. And then from here, you're going to open up over the top leg. And you guys can just be watching right now. I'm just demonstrating. And then back up. Then you're going to go to the opposite side, opening up over the top leg and back up. That makes sense? Okay. We're going to do 3 on each side. I'm going to face the camera. Ready? And here we go. Opening up, coming back. I want to make sure that knee doesn't turn out when we open up. So going down, opening up. Don't want that knee to turn out like that. Keep it straight. That's 1. As I'm doing this in real time, I'm realizing it's actually a bit of a challenge to stay focused on these movements and talk at the same time. I got monkey brain. Ooh. That was 3 on each side. Good stuff. That was about 20 minutes, wasn't it? Was it? How'd I do? I said we're gonna start at, uh, I think so. I think we're good. That was a great job today. I appreciate those that are here. We got 6 people, 2 thumbs up. Oh, some comments. I appreciate you guys. Good job, bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Hopefully, y'all learned something. Again, I'll get better at this. I've been coaching for almost 10 years now. Personal trainer, nutrition coach. But again, I'm new to the YouTube scene, so just trying to provide value for people that train with me, don't train with me, and then of course, gotta create an online presence. So appreciate y'all. Um, I'll be doing this actually again Thursday morning, U.S. time at 7 a.m. Pacific. So Thursday, 7 a.m. Pacific time, I'll be doing this again. And we'll just keep going until I get good at it. And hopefully you guys are as consistent as I am or will try to be. And we'll just get to our goals together. All right. I should probably figure out some